Maybe try that. Maybe see if that works. They did try that on one of the last rounds of regulation, and it wasn't to work in their favor.
Hard to make those adjustments, though, isn't it? To everywhere else.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see it again. This is a fast mid piece, it looks like, from the T's, but with a touch of a default. Still got a player towards ramp, still got a player towards B, so it's not all invested.
Okay, Cold's posted up the AWP. This is good. This is what we're talking about. Early information is positive now for FaZe Clan over towards that B side. They cannot be exploited in the same way. And because Rain and Nico are so good to over towards this A side of things, I'm not sure OG really want to head over towards this side of the map.
Yeah, it's quite the potent mix when you say Rain and Nico in the same sentence, the same site. This has always been the conversation. When FaZe are in form, their CT sides can be very intimidating in terms of just picking a target. So 3 in middle. What's tickling your pickle?
If this is a B split, oh dear, Cold0 hits the tag. But if this is a B split, all eyes on Kirby here.
Especially now considering the damage that's taken his part in crime. Kirby does hear a step. How many did he hear? He's considering a boost. Knows there's potential for more than one. One already clearing out that ladder room short side. Smoke's about to fade. This is a fight. One. The Kirby seems prepared for. Forced off the line, 3 of them. And Mantu finds his teammate. Cold finished off. Brokey rotates in, and Kirby and Brokey filling the feed. Another one. Valda's flank not finding anything. A 2v3, they're so low. Kirby standing his ground. Mantu to clutch with 25 points of health. He's already got 2 scalps affixed to his belt, and they're flanking him. Finished off quick. 21 to FaZe, and they've got themselves a handful of map points.
All right, well, OG, the bailout now is just directly back into that B execute. It worked for you to get to this point. It's worked for you to take that B site time and time again, but by changing things up, by being more defaulty, spread across the map, they aren't able to convert. And this is FaZe's map choice. It's as close as it can possibly be.
God damn.
Antu did his best there to readjust, but both on the flank right here, not ready for it. And the sound of the flames is going to be masking some of those footsteps. Rain able to capitalize, able to punish, and underway we go. Everyone has everything they need. AWP over towards that B side of things on Cold0. You got to tag this time.
Alexi's just grateful that there's no Nico pushing middle with an AWP this time. He's got to get where he wanted to many rounds ago.
So they're feigning the mid control again, but look at Cold. It's just early information. Even if he doesn't get a kill, it's early info.
But he did this last round, right? And Valda noted it.
Again, another leg.
Wow, Mantu twice.
Okay, they've just dropped 2 mollies and a nade off of that one little bit of info. So within the span of 3 seconds, they've wasted 3 lethal grenades there, and Alexi B's taken window control to deal with the rotation.
They dropped the B smoke.
The way over is so arduous right now for FaZe just to help out the B defense, because look at Alexi's position. If they go B, which it looks like they are, they have to get a couple of kills.
It's just these two. Cold0 and Kirby have to be the ones to stop this. No help is coming. The SOS call will not be received. There's no one on the other end, and Kirby's burning alive. He's dead. Cold0 down. Alexi B again. It's always this B hit, and it always looks good. There was an answer once, but you don't find that twice.
Oh, that worked out so wonderfully for them. Alexi had a clear game plan there. We're finishing B. I'll cut off that rotate. Chad outlining it exactly at the right time. You could see 3 CTs strung out on the wrong side of the map.
1 timeout left for FaZe here. They may as well give this one a crack, but it's unlikely.
Oh, that's a shame. Didn't even get flashed. I think he was expecting more. Now into the site they pour. Double. Rain's just thinking better of it.
Yeah, save the AK. That's one weapon I can justify the CT's holding onto here and not going for that retake. Rain with an AK, absolute monster right now, and they're chasing up mid. Valda, he's fast. He's getting as quick as he can on the tail of Rain. Slowed it down as the remainder of his teammates are catching on up. Alexi through the apartment's position, but will Rain hold on to this? 5, 4, 3, 2. He does. So Rain even finds a kill on the way out the door there. But now some of the dramas that we're talking about is both teams have 1 timeout left, according to my little HUD right here. And if I was FaZe, this would be the perfect time to take it, just to discuss through your options. You win this round, you win the map. You lose this, we go again. So FaZe not taking the timeout here, had the chance to do so, opting not to. And this B defense, it is the problem. We really can't stress that enough. Okay, deep apartment smoke coming out this time. They've launched that from spawn. So here they can push forward, get someone into the kitchen. Looks like Kirby will be the man on the job this time.
Well, they're being outdone.
Oh, Alexi! No way!
Wow. Alexi B, he had his ass handed to him on a plate before a middle. At this time, he's just torn him apart. Nade does slow him down, but Kiebi now going to be called upon. That's going to be another. Oh, Kiebi finally comes into his own towards B, but there's still so many threats. Mantu still stands. Issa tries to make play up short. It's not happened. Kiebi is everywhere right now. And it looks like FaZe might just have done enough in his hands.
Kiebi, what a round! FaZe Clan take their pick. And a smile creeping onto the Dane's face. Quite the performance. 42 rounds of play in the first map. It's no longer a glimmer, it's so far away. You have to overcome Dust 2. About Train and how you win it even starts. It's such a daunting task in a best of 5 to concede the opening 2. And very rare to see reverse sweeps. We saw a reverse sweep of sorts in our previous finals. Despite the map advantage, Astralis taking it in the end. Full 5 maps of play over at the ESL Pro League.
Both buyers are a little bit light here. FaZe working with Galils. OG working with that Famous and MP9. Utility not great for either side. So whatever FaZe go for here, it's going to be a direct approach, and they have to stick with it.
Yeah, and I like the chances here for Mantu to at least find one. Rain not going to give him anything without the cue and prompt of his squad, though. They are fully gathered and very passive hold here from OG. They basically have the luxury of throwing anything they want at them. And that's the fight Rain was not particularly looking forward to. He's lost a lot of his health from the spray, but confirms his presence quad. Walking into MBK. One, maybe a second here, but no, just a bit sketchy. Cold finds it, tucking in now. This is a crucial frag here from Issa. If he can just find one, maybe, just maybe, Mantu can tuck into the site. coldzera vulnerable, still finding the frags. The dude's on fire tonight. Mantu on his box. 30 seconds, smokes pluming, Valda found, FaZe clawing their way back in here. Mantu missing his shots, and another for Kiebi. The two of them looking like quite the partnership here. Alexi, only an MP9, and so many different angles to check. He does connect some bullets into Brokey, but that's 14. OG's hopes and dreams now lying in what will have to be round 22. It can't be this one. This looks like a 15th guaranteed, Chad. This looks like Inferno might be done, and then we're ready to start getting dusted.
Well, we did speak to Alexi after their win against Fnatic, and we said, hey, Inferno, how do we feel about that one, Alexi? And he went, well, we've been insta-picking it every single time, every single series, other than the FaZe one where they actually picked into Overpass because it was banned on through. And this was more for the confidence of the team, and after they felt good on, well, they've had to force buy into this. This is curtains right now. I think that OG need a miracle round to come through, and at this point of the game, 14-5 down, it's difficult.
I have seen FaZe lose these rounds, though. You know, they they've got an advantage, and they find it out early. They're like, oh, it's only 5-7s, and then it's just a cluster duck.
Well, if they just execute onto the B side here, even into the stack, that fills me with more confidence than if they were to try and default across the map and look for picks.
Slow it down, lad. Slow it down. That's when FaZe get orky.
Look at him go, just flashing in.
Here we go, keeping it somewhat simple. Run the hit the shots, guns out. They take a lot of damage, though. Kiebi gonna find Valda, and Issa tries to be a hero.
He could do something here. They're so low. 2 shots, he could get 2 kills. He's walking through the smoke like a little rascal. Takes the head off one. Looking for the full HP. Has the M4, using the smoke as a temporary wall. Cold's getting tagged, forced into the fight. Wow. Still finds the frag. 22. coldzera denying the odds every time. Finally found AK for NBK, but he's all alone.
This is a brutal, brutal round for MBK. So much to clear. Both stacked up towards coffins. 15-5 now. FaZe move over Dante. This is FaZe's Inferno. Already, this is a great performance from them. This T-side, it doesn't even have to go that far. You have coldzera making people look silly. You've got everything you need. Rain being clutch. These are all the elements we say, oh, if only one of them comes online, then we might have a game. When they all start appearing, this gets harder and harder for OG. And yes, with maybe a bit more time and a little bit more leeway with the economy, we could have seen a fight back, but with such a commanding half on the first side, you don't get that room.
Once again, just a mismatch buy going on here from OG. SMGs, Famouses, Deagle. Very limited utility.
I've got a theory.
Yeah.
Maybe Cold is like the Hulk of Counter-Strike, and he's just been having that kind of off moment where he doesn't realize he has to be angry to be his best.
Okay.
And now his team's just bigging him up, making him like basically like, you know, Michael Jordan, like this guy's been smack talking me in practice.
Sure.
They're all just whispering in his ear like Worm Tongue from the King of the Riders of Rohan.
Oh.
That's a big opening. This could be the end.
Was that a Lord of the Rings reference?
It was.
Okay. I didn't get that one.
It's okay. Basically, they're whispering in his ear, and he's getting all that smack talk channeling into his gameplay right now. You won't like coldzera when he's angry. Testosterone pumping through his veins at an accelerated rate, 22-9. Looks like this could be the 16th round. They're working with nothing particularly appealing, and now NBK forced to watch as the remaining 4 look to cling on. Presence B from Kjaerbye. Valda holding the line, but it cost him his life. Another chance, and Brokey finding it. They're just trading off each other. It's so simple, so beautiful to watch as it unfolds. Obviously not for the OG fans, as this is going to be a 2-0. 2-0, 2 up to the good. 1 map remains for the sweep. Best of 5 grand finals of IEM New York, and they deliver. FaZe looking hot on OG's Inferno. FaZe and 5 grand final points.
It's all in again.
Is this another battle? Is this going to be a bloodied one too? Kjaerbye's made it to the pit, but the flashes are there. So's MBK finding Kjaerbye. MBK does not want to relent. He does not want to give this up now.
Oh, but NiKo doesn't miss. The flick of the wrist. Mantu's going to be pissed. 3 of them in long. Valda holding the back lines for now. A bit of a Na'Vi finish, perhaps, from OG, if they fancy this one. The full commitment to long, lurk, linger, and smoke the cross and walk. They do have the utility necessary.
Now, if there's a push through mid doors right now, which could be likely, their space is going to get halved here. Rain's clearing out towards mid. They're going to know the jig's up. That means that rotation from B can come on over very, very shortly. Here you can see Brokey already making his way. Smoke's yet to come on over to complete the cross. They have 2 more on the side of OG to throw on out. Just trying to bait out a reaction, bait out a rotation. Now the smoke's come down. Now the cross to the side is through.
NiKo's watching, sees one, call to be made. Molly comes in towards short, denying more of that. No more peaks for NiKo, but he can hold Goose, so the post plant's a little more limited. And Rain begins to build. It's Mantu watching this, dedicated to denying what we know to be 3 players. He has no idea of this. It's just NiKo on short. Mantu has to hold back the vast majority of FaZe.
Yeah, he studies his aim for the first, and Cold does make short work of... Oh, actually, never mind. Mantu found him. It was traded by Brokey. Yeah, he's just going to have to recover the AK.
That was pretty good from FaZe in terms of the decision-making. The fact that Mantu gets 2 is even better. They used great flash work. They actually tickled him up with those, but weren't able to convert off the first death that they received. If they did, they might have had an interesting round. But the reason that you want to, I guess, relieve the pressure from long first is because if the AWP is tucked in towards the pit, even if you kill the player towards Goose, the player towards the ramp, maybe someone's fighting mid-long, you still have to deal with that AWPer. And that's one of the toughest tasks to do when retaking that A side of things. So OG, MBK in the previous 2 rounds has found both openings. He's been a win condition for them in the rounds that they put on the board, rounds 25 and rounds 26. Can he do it again in rounds 27? Because OG need it at this stage. Without those openings, they've just been limp.
How bad do you boys want it on OG? Do you have it in you to even consider this comeback? And then the next, and the one to follow. Everything's in front of them, and MBK is taking this. He's running up short. He's clearing as he goes. His confidence bubbling.
He found 2 opening kills in the last 2 rounds. If he could find a third, we've got a recipe for success. Again, with the strong A lean. And something about it's making me uncomfortable for FaZe Clan. MBK's going. Pre-fires, they want to fight. NiKo's holding the cross. He's been flashed off perfectly. Rain's vulnerable here, trying to stand and fight. The spray isn't too shabby. Needs a fresh mag. The flash ain't bad either. NiKo on the cross needs to hit it. Hasn't. Rain, with the fresh magazine now found, has got a multiple swing. The smokes are very much locking them out. And this looks great from OG, but NiKo continuing to pepper.
The post plants are terrifying me. They can't get back to Cat. They can't go on long. They are tucked in here. This is stand and fight, stand and deliver. MBK, Mantu, and Valda with the fate of OG now in their hands.
And Mantu's gone. He's forced to watch as the grand finals could disintegrate before them. Valda and NBK say no, at least initially. Now all onto Valda, the brave Viking that can. He's tucked into Gandalf. And it does look magical. Nico would need the wallbang. He's jiggling, he's wasting time. Nico hits the shot. Has he got it? GG's in the chat. And he's done it. 16, 3-0, FaZe Clan take a trophy. And it's in 3 no less, an untarnished record. And a huge win, not too long, with a new player on the roster. And they overcome the odds, they overcome OG.